Boom. Melissa McQueen, Susie Brizuela, Tina G, Kathy Murphy, Samantha Hawkins, Valerie G, Queen of the South, Patricia Haverkamp, The Trump Reaper, Sherry Scary, Jen and Fat Tony, Bernadette, Eddie G, and me, BDD, in the Easy. Lumpy Girl. Wait a minute. There we go. Cindy C, Victorina, Jamie from Wisconsin, Misha Oliver, Rhoda Hardcock, welcome Matt Meehan, Lucille, Linda K, Fox Hill Dreams, the ABX Girl, Julie Dittman from Texas, welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka BrooklynDad, and this is Storytime. Gling, gling. Welcome, everybody. Happy Hump Day, a.k.a. Happy Wednesday. And I see Jen and Fat Tony was asking me if I was in a good mood. And, of course, I am. Why? Because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And, of course, I can smell something in the air. It smells like justice. Yes. The smell of justice is in the air. And we got some more stuff coming up on our stories of the day. So let's just jump right on in to that now. Stories of the day. The day before Thanksgiving, we're just going to take a peek at some of the things, some of the many reasons we have to be thankful and cheerful. A verdict has been reached in the trial of Travis McMichaels and the others who participated in the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. Did President Joe Biden have a Ron Burgundy moment? We shall discuss. In our guessing game segment, we have Name That 70s. Actually, it's not artist or group. It's just Name That Damn 70s Song. I forgot to change the graphic. There we go. And last but not least, we have in our You Raggedy Bish segment, we have Raggedy Spanky McDumbass. All right, Mytel Cabelli, I see you. And going up a little further here, we got Lee Saunders says, hey, I'm here. I see you too. Stella Baxter is here. Sandra from Paramount is baking homemade pumpkin pies. We're going to talk about some of my favorite Thanksgiving foods, and hopefully some of you share the same Thanksgiving foods. Lucielle is here as well, and is Veronica Tello. There's Bernadette wishing us a happy Thanksgiving. And let's see, Mrs. Mia to you is here, thanking God for that jury. Samantha Hawkins, Rose Cologne is here. The gang's all here, guys. Eddie G, I see you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and step on into our random stuff. So let's get this show on the road. Oh, hello, Linda K. Last night, was it last night? Yeah, last night I just finished watching one of my new favorite comedies, which is The Big Bang Theory. I was a skeptic at first. I am now a believer. This show is everything that people say it is. It is funny. It is cringeworthy at times, but that's part of the humor. It's heartwarming. You basically watch the central character of the show, which is actually not Leonard. It is Sheldon. Sheldon brings everybody together, and you kind of watch him get his rough edges chopped off. And by the end of the show, I can't believe there are still people who have not yet seen this, like me. I'll try not to spoil. Oh, damn it. Is it too late? Is it too late? Did I already spoil you? Meek Spees, welcome to you. If you guys have not seen this yet and you don't want to be spoiled, just go la 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 la. Okay, in the final episode of The Big Bang Theory, we finally see the children, Howard and Bernadette's children. We finally see the elevator in that building fixed. I asked the question, what is up with this elevator? Why are they constantly going up and down the steps? Which actually made for a very cool plot device. And Amy and Sheldon won a Nobel Peace Prize, or a Nobel Prize for science, for asymmetry, something like asymmetrical something or other. And at the speech that Sheldon was giving, he gave a warm, heartfelt thanks to his friends, and it was very nice. Very, it was a little bit emotional. Did get a little bit verklempt at the end. And there was a surprise guest. Raj's guest at the Nobel Prize ceremony was none other than Sarah Michelle Gellar, aka Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then I just jumped right on into Young Sheldon, which I'd already watched. Super Asymmetry. Thank you, Rhoda. Matt. Young Sheldon, I'd already watched one episode of it, and I'm now 4 or 5 episodes in. Also a very fun show. I love it so much. The kid that they cast as Sheldon is pitch perfect. Chef's kiss. And then a bunch of people had recommended to me a show called Bosch. And literally they recommended this to me. I think it was, if it wasn't Monday night, it was Tuesday, whatever. I literally just binged through all of season 1 in like one day. It is a good show. It's not, if you think it's going to be chock full of action, this is not the show for you. But it is like a slow burn, and it's a really clever, it feels authentic. Yeah, it's this guy, Harry Bosch, who is a hardcore, grizzled detective, unfurling the mysteries and revolving around a serial killing thing. This is his apartment, which is probably the only thing that is not realistic about this show. He's got this fantastic view of Hollywood or LA, and it just, on a detective salary, nah, that makes no sense at all. But it is cool, but it's not realistic. Lisa Hathaway, I See You, Meek Spees. Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of alumni from The Wire. Excellent show. These two gentlemen here, and I'm only in season 2 right now, so I'm sure there's probably a bunch more people showing up from The Wire. Great cast, fantastical cast so far. And then this morning, I'm all about the TV. This morning with breakfast, I watched maybe the first 15 minutes of Hawkeye. Wifey and I watched that together. And those of you who are Marvel fans, Marvel movie fans, are familiar with Hawkeye. He's one of the core members of the Avengers, and he's working with not his daughter. You would think that because of the scenes from Avengers Endgame, when he was training his daughter how to shoot, you'd think she's going to be with him. No, it's a young lady by the name of Kate Bishop, played by Haley. It's Haley Steinfeld, I think is her name. Anyway, it's very cute. It's very funny. I look forward to watching the rest of this show. Yeah, it's fun. It's a whole lot of fun. Let's jump on into Thanksgiving foods. Basically, anything my wife cooks is my favorite food. You know, she doesn't know how to make bad food. Doesn't know. No, it's not in her DNA to make bad food. With that said, I do have a hierarchy of things that I like. I'm not crazy about turkey, never was. I'll eat it, not crazy about it. Chicken is my preference, chicken. But at the top of the list, my favorite is stuffing, and followed by cranberry sauce. And not this, like, I know this is like what cranberry sauce is supposed to be, where you can see the cranberries. I don't like that. I like the shit that comes in a can. When you plop it out, it still retains the shape of the can. That. I like that. I don't care. It's like candy to me. Jello. I don't care. Cranberry sauce. That's my cranberry sauce. Then I like yams. I like yams. I think chicken is the meat is all over there. Mac and cheese, because when you eat, I don't know about you guys, but I like to have several food items on my fork at the same time, so it's like a party. Yeah, and let's see, the biscuits are great, dinner rolls are great, that bread is my best friend, one of my best friends. Yeah. And then the beverage is a tradition. We drink the sparkling cider, and it's by this company Kedem, Kedem. I believe it is kosher. I think, not 100% sure, but I know it's non-alcoholic. Our family is non-alcoholic family. So I like the apple. I like the grape. I love the peach of this. There's a peach flavor of this. It's delicious. Yeah. And that's it. I wonder how many of these things. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, that's not it. There's also dessert. I love sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. I see people fighting over the two. They're so close. They're like cousins, they're delicious too. I also like apple pie. I love pies. I love cakes. I love desserts. I love to eat. So tomorrow, looking forward to tomorrow indeed. And I hope you guys are too. Okay, that's it for our random stuff. Let's see. Oh, okay. Jennifer Tony is talking about pecan pie. If I had to name one thing I don't care for at all, it would be pecan pie. I'm sorry. Don't mean to be negative. Just never was a fave. Never was a fan of pies with big giant nuts. All right, quick hits. Yeah, you son of a bee. Let's see who else has joined us. I see Sheila McGinnis is here. Peter is a boss says, sorry I'm late. Better late than never. Peter is a boss. Glad to have you. Cindy C. Susie Briswella. Cha-Cha. Valerie G. Tracy M. If I forgot you, just let me know. I'll shout. Oh, there's that damn Alaskan is here. That damn Alaskan. Oh yeah, quick hits. Sorry. All right. Let me unfurl myself for this one here. So my son likes to, on a daily basis, he likes to share factoids with me, random factoids, all throughout the day, every day. It's fun. It feels like a test. Yeah, he comes in. Hey, Dad, did you hear that? Blah 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 blah, and he wants to see if he can stump me on some breaking news, and I'm like, come on, dude, I'm on Twitter. I hear about things when they happen. But every once in a while, he does hit me with something that I never heard about. Case in point, the Billboard Top 10. He says to me, hey, Dad, did you hear the Billboard Top 10? Did you hear who's on it? And I'm like, seriously, guys. I'm like, if Prince is not on that list, I don't want to hear it. He's serious. If Prince is not on that list, I don't want to hear it. And I don't know what it was that made me reach out for Prince, that made me assume that legend would be left off that list. But sure enough, they left him off, as well as a whole bunch of others, and this had me and the rest of Twitter in an uproar. So the list included, from top to bottom, the Beatles, Madonna, Elton John, Elvis Presley, Mariah Carey, Stevie Wonder, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. Can we talk about, first of all, how dare you leave arguably the most talented artist in music and rock music history? This brother can play. He was able to play dozens of different instruments. He was a songwriter. He was an entertainer, a dancer, not much of an actor, but who cares about that? He was an artist. He was the artist formerly known as Prince. Good Lord, and you left him off there, and you put Madonna over him? I'm not taking anything away from Madonna. I know she owned the 80s, but this was Prince. Prince was, Prince transcended music. How dare you? And then Michael Jackson, all the way down the list at number 8. Wait, at number 8? Michael Jackson is top 3, bare minimum, top 3 in any real conversation about music, okay? Top 3. Same goes for him with the music and the dancing, and come on, man. And look, I was a Janet Jackson fan too, but there's no way she belongs before Michael. This list is illegitimate. The only thing I can say. Elvis Presley, yes, he belongs on that list, but way, way down because, you know, he appropriated a lot of shit from a lot of different people he owes his success to. And Rihanna? Come on, you're not even a serious person if you're throwing Rihanna over there at the expense of Prince and Queen. Oh, the Rolling Stones! Are you kidding me, bro? It's insane. All right, that's my Billboard list rant. It was preposterous. They should lose their job, whoever put that list together. So a very phallic picture here. Yikes. It's like, look upon our massive oil penis. This is our crude oil penis. Let us splooge. Anyway, President Biden announced yesterday that he is authorizing the release of 50 million barrels from our strategic petroleum reserves in conjunction with a bunch of other major countries like China, India, Japan, and this is in hopes of easing the strain on pocketbooks and wallets, for gas prices. Now, critics were quick to point out, actually, that's only a drop in the bucket. We use that much oil in a day or whatever. To which I pointed out, eat a dick, troll! Eat a great big giant oil pipeline sized dick. They're always looking to poke holes and criticize and throw the negativity. The man is trying to do something. He's trying to lower gas prices despite the fact that most of us already know presidents really don't have much they can do about gas prices. They don't. They don't control the gas prices. But whatever. This is the crazy reality we're living in. Yeah. I happened to notice that the prices had already started going down. Last week, wifey and I were looking at $3.65 a gallon, and yesterday we looked and it was down to $3.43 per gallon. It dropped 20 cents since last week. That's significant, I think, but I don't think Biden's thing had anything to do with it. We'll see. But speaking of Biden, it's no secret that President Joe has had more than his fair share of OMFG, foot in mouth moments. It's what he does. It's not a secret. It's not a peas on hookers in hotel rooms level secret. It's not that. Everybody knows he's the king of snafus. The gaff master. That's President Joe. He's known for saying things that maybe he shouldn't be saying. And, he's not great on the teleprompter. I was watching his speech about the oil pipelines, the strategic petroleum reserves yesterday. And wifey comes into the room and I look at her and I'm like, I don't like this. He said, I don't like this speech. Why? Because he does this thing, right? He does this thing when he's reading from the teleprompter. And it looks like he's squinting. It looks like he's straining to see the script. Guys, increase the font of the text he's reading so he doesn't have to do this. It does not inspire confidence. How many people, is nobody else on President Biden's team seeing what I see and being made to feel uncomfortable? he does better at sometimes than he does other times. But I was not enjoying. I was cringing while he's doing this squinting thing. Good Lord, make him stop. Anyway, that's not what the fuss was about yesterday. The fuss was yet another. I mean, despite the fact that President Biden is a gaffe machine, apparently he's not cranking out enough, legitimate gaffes. So the people on the right have figured, well, if he's not going to, make himself look foolish, maybe we'll creatively edit a piece of video to make it look like he's saying something stupid. Huh? We can do that. And that's what they're doing. Case in point, he said something yesterday about end of quote, right? So, it was just during his oil release speech, he was quoting somebody, and the right-wing weirdos thought it would be funnier to crop it so it makes it look like he's Ron Burgundy from the Anchorman movies. So apparently Ron Burgundy was famous for, he would read whatever it was you put on the teleprompter. No matter how crazy it was, Ron Burgundy would read it. It was one point he's reading the teleprompter and it says, at the bottom it says, "I'm Ron Burgundy," with a question mark. So at the end of the show, he's like, for the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Ron Burgundy? They threw a question mark. How many times do we have to tell you, don't throw question marks on the teleprompter, because he'll read it. So President Biden said something to the effect of, what did he say? Oh, wait. Do I have it here? No. He said, end of quote, right? So it made it look like, he was reading stage directions. That's not what it was. And so here, I'll show you what the hell it was.
A lot of innovation. Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of quote. In the past, those retailers, large retailers, and others agreed to move products more quickly, stock the shelves more quickly. And by the way, you may have heard the CEO of Walmart yesterday on the steps we've taken. He said, and I quote, "The combination of private enterprise and government working together has been really successful." He went on to say, all the way through the supply chain, there's a lot of innovation. Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of quote. In the past 3
End of quote. So he said, and I quote. So he's open quote. And then at the end of the quote, he's close quote. So instead of saying close quote or unquote, he quote unquote, open quote, close quote. He said end of quote. Seriously. And this is all they have. This is all they have. Hello, Paula Freitas. I see you. You cut the guy a break, man. He's only trying to save your stupid asses. Oh, damn. Look at it. Now I gotta scroll all the way back down. Hold tight here. There's Michael. There's Michael and Janet. There's the penis crude oil. There's gas prices. There's Joe. There's Joe's Anchorman. Okay, the big news story of the day was the Ahmaud Arbery shooting trial. People don't like calling it, the Ahmaud Arbery shooting trial, but there are 3 defendants with 3 different names. You could go with the lowest common denominator and call it the McMichael trial, since 2 out of the 3 people are McMichaels. There's Greg, the father, and Travis is the son who pulled the trigger. Anyway, after barely 2 days of deliberations, and after a horrendous closing statement by the defense attorney, do I have her awful name? Yeah, her name was Laura Hogue. She said, she described Ahmaud Arbery as having, quote, no socks to cover his long, dirty toenails. End of quote. You see what I did there? Yeah, but that's not funny. His long, dirty toenails? Seriously? Seriously? That whole dehumanizing thing, that's where you're going with this? So anyway, the jury in this instance was not fooled, and it took them very little time to render their verdict, and it was guilty across the board. Across the board. So Travis, who's here in the middle, Travis McMichael, guilty on all counts. Malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, criminal attempt to commit felony. Greg McMichaels, guilty of felony murder, and all of the other counts, except he was acquitted of malice murder. William Roddy Bryan, that's the guy on the far right here, who was described by his own lawyer as a freaking idiot, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but he's not the sharpest tool in the drawer. Didn't matter. Your ass is guilty too. You got felony murder. He was acquitted of one of malice murder, one count of felony murder, and one count of aggravated assault. Guilty of everything else. So all in, when these guys are sentenced, some of these charges hold a 20-year sentence. So all in, if you're convicted of three 20-year charges, holy shit, that's 60 years. That's your life. These guys are looking at life, and we haven't even gotten to the federal cases. They've got another federal case being brought against them, where you can bring some of that racism shit that they kept out of this trial. Now moving on to the federal case. Whoo! When it's all said and done, they're not gonna see the outside world again until they die. And good. Whew. But I was nervous. To be honest, I did not think it was gonna go that way. I was preparing myself. I thought they're just going to let this guy go, because they're trying to make some kind of statement in this country. It's okay to shoot unarmed people to defend property, but it's not okay to damage property or to walk around in an unfinished house. That's not okay. But to drive up alongside a guy and demand that he stop, well, the jury found that's not okay either. Whew! Linda Riley says someone is impersonating you on Twitter. Oh, it's more than one person. If it's only one, I'd be shocked. It should be probably around 10 or 12 different accounts. Yeah, it's pathetic. Pathetic! They hate me, but they want to impersonate me. That's what it is. All right, that's it for our quick hits, which were not that quick at all today because there was so much I had to say. All right, let's jump on into our timeline cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Linda Riley, thank you for reporting them. Appreciate it greatly. And I appreciate all you guys for having my back. I know the things that you do, you don't often tell me about them, but I know you're doing them, and I love you guys for that. Okay, so first up, I'm going to continue with a thing that I did yesterday. It was called You in Danger, Girl. And it has to do with cats because, of course, cats are dangerous. You in danger, girl. Luke, I have something to tell you. I am your father. No, it can't be. What? Ah! Ah! cat. Yo, my goodness. This cat is crazy about Star Wars or the plastic or something. This is great. Luke, there is a large furry. Ah! That is a distant relative of Chewbacca. Okay. I don't know if Mark Hamill has seen that. It is funny as hell, though. Let's see. Okay. For Thanksgiving, this next one I call "Don't Be a Turkey." I just want to say. Wait. First of all, this is a very heartwarming, endearing. It's a young lady giving a hug to her turkey. But if this were spoken word, it would be like, I just want to thank you for not killing me. Oh, that's okay, sandwich. It's cute, though. It's cute. I gotta admit. Turkey looks like he's giving her a hug. Aww. It's cute. All right. Next up, this next one is very impressive. I don't know if you guys had Hot Wheels when you were kids. I did. And Hot Wheels, they came with these plastic or rubbery kind of tracks, right? Orange, a narrow, thin track, and you could push your Hot Wheel and create like a loop-de-loop kind of thing. And yeah, it is very cool. So this next clip, someone took a whole lot of time and a whole lot of effort and creativity and made the ultimate Hot Wheels track. Backyard racing. And they're off. So it looks like he's starting off way up in the trees, yeah? It's amazing that that car had enough. Woo! It's going fast enough to keep that momentum going, but not so fast that it flies off the track. Backyard Racing YouTube. This is very cool. I mean, I'm just thinking the time somebody had to plan this out. I don't know how he filmed it. Maybe he attached I was going to say he attached one of those GoPro things to it, but wouldn't that wouldn't that be too big and heavy? I don't know how he filmed it. It's clever. A little tiny miniature camera. Feels like a roller coaster indeed. And all the visuals to go along with this. Brilliant. Brilliant. This is an engineer who did this. Look at the shark. Awesome. Whew. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for our timeline cleanse. I certainly hope your timeline is cleansed. And if it is, please remember to hit that like button, the thumbs up, please. And thank you for that. And next up, as I say thank you, I'm moving into the many reasons we have this season to be thankful. It's hard, sometimes from on a day-to-day basis, we are almost conditioned yet to bitch about stuff, complain about things, because, we were in that mode for 4 straight years. 4 years straight, we were complaining about one thing or another. And don't get me wrong, just because, President Biden won the election, and he won handily too, with quite a margin, both in the popular and electoral votes. That's one thing. to be thankful for that we have a new president. It makes a difference. It makes a difference in the level of stress. My stress is lower with President Biden there as president, despite the fact that there's other things, a whole lot of things to worry about, lower. So thankful for lower stress, lower blood pressure. Also thankful that he picked Kamala Harris as his vice president. And their inauguration was beautiful. It was a lovely celebration. I cannot remember the name of that poet, that girl who did the spoken word. Woo, she's fierce. She's fearsome. Can't remember her name, but the inauguration introduced us to her, and they had this unforgettable fireworks display. It was the celebration we deserved. Let's see, is somebody else? Amanda Gorman. Thank you, Veronica. Hello. Have I heard the rumor about Kamala and Buttigieg? No. I try to avoid scurrilous rumors as much as possible. I do. But maybe I need to look into it now. Good Lord. No, Lord knows I don't. The other thing we have to be thankful for is that Spanky McDumbass is very, very unhappy. He is. I don't care what image he's trying to portray. That dude is unhappy. First of all, he's still suspended from Twitter. He's still suspended from Twitter. Reason to be thankful, yeah? Because that Twitter shit, it was insane. The stimulus, that's no small thing. We forget about that. That feels like it happened a year ago, because it's been almost a year since $1,200 checks went out to millions, hundreds of millions of Americans. This was a massive bill. It was the American Rescue Plan, and it was $1.9 trillion. Joe Biden is doing big things and unafraid to do them. Big things. 300 million Americans with shots in the arms. That is a massive undertaking. Say what you will about the rollout, about people's reluctance to get the jab, to get the vaccine. You say that, whatever. Say what you will about the governors around the country making it more difficult to get more people vaccinated. You can focus on the negative if you want, but the positive is right there. The positive is a very easy thing to look at. That's a whole lot of shots in people's arms. And logistically, that could have been a nightmare. It could have easily been bungled and bumbled, but no. We're right now looking at getting people boosted with the booster shots. It's a big deal. It matters. School. Kids are back in school. Kids are back in school. That is major. Huh? People were bitching about, I want to get my kids. I need to get my kids in school. It's a big deal. It happened. It happened. You complain about a thing. If it doesn't happen, then you have every right to continue to complain about it. But if it does happen, you got to acknowledge that that guy got it done. And he got it done. It's a thing. Jobs. That's the mantra for anybody running for president, right? I'm going to create more jobs and this. I'm going to create more jobs and that. Well, the final tally under Trump, by the time he left office, he was 3 million jobs in the hole. 3 million jobs in the hole. 3 million jobs he lost. Trump lost. Under Biden, after not even one full year, Joe Biden has added 5.6 million jobs. 5.6 million, including 531,000 last month in October. These are big things. Big things. Frankly, I cannot fathom how his approval rating is as low as it is. Because if Spanky had these kinds of accomplishments under his belt, they would be talking about making him president for life. Wages, even wages have gone up. This is a cool cartoon here. This is two different booths. One where a guy is offering $7.25 an hour, and he's saying, this labor shortage is killing me. The booth right next to him is a dude offering $17 an hour, and everybody is lined up there. There's no labor shortage. It's just employers who still haven't gotten the memo that you need to start paying some more money. And wait, before I move on from this, I can move on from this. Subpoenas. Subpoenanas. If you were to pronounce every letter, subpoenanas. Subpoenas. Subpoenas have gone out to major players and minor players, but Mark Meadows, Dan Scavino, Steve Bannon, Kash Patel. And there's some more big names here. Michael Flynn, Jason Miller, Bernard Kerik, used to be somebody big, now is John Eastman, significant one there. This next page, Kayleigh McEnany, Stephen Miller. This is a very big deal. Yeah, I know that a lot of people have not yet complied. We're going to see what happens with Steve Bannon. He's already been referred for criminal contempt. Let's see how that plays out, and let's see if that helps to spur other people to show them we're not messing around. You're not going to comply? We got you. We got a nice little jail cell for you. Bring his ass in. Do not delay, because I understand people keep saying that justice takes time, but that's a luxury that we don't have. Time is a luxury we don't have, because if we lose the majority, all of these commissions and all this shit, they will be ended. It will be ended. So really, you have time, but you don't have time. I can't make it any clearer. Roger Stone and Alex Jones, take your asses in there too. Subpoenas for your asses too. Yeah, I love it. This is a look at the shelves from last year. I'm sure you guys remember. Last year, we didn't have toilet paper. We didn't have paper towels. We didn't have hand sanitizer. A lot of places ran out of water, ran out of tomato sauce, all these different things that people ran out. And not just in supermarkets, department stores too. People were running out of shit, right? So this year, they remember how that played out. So they're trying to make there was briefly a supply chain issue. Yeah, they were having trouble getting the containers, They're trying to get the containers off the boats into the yards, and from the yards onto the trucks and all that shit. But I've been to both the supermarket and the Best Buy as recently as yesterday, where I went to both places, and there was no issue. Here at the Best Buy, they are fully stacked. So Everybody talking about supply chain issues. I call BS. Yeah. Deborah Baldini points out because people were also hoarding. Yeah, that was another thing. You know, it was like a self perpetuating crisis. People were creating the crisis themselves. But, you know, the shelves are looking good right now. There was nothing missing. I did see a few people complaining about cat food. More than a few people were complaining about cat food. So I'm going to look into that. We're so far we're okay with cat food, but we're going to take another trip over to the Petco and see what's what. But you know, let's keep it real, people. You know, the media loves to hype things up. They like, you know, when it's gonna snow, they want to call it Snowmageddon. You know, they want to make a big thing out of something that's not big because they need people to watch and people to click and people to panic. It's garbage. It's garbage. And then of course the guilty verdict. The guilty verdict we had today. It renewed my faith just for today. Just for today, this verdict renewed my faith in justice. Yeah, there are people who want to see the right thing happen, want to make it happen, and not just on the the prosecuting side of the law. There's regular people, the jurors. Actually, those 12 people made this guilty verdict happen. They heard and saw all the evidence. They reviewed it. They took their time and they rendered this verdict here. So that's a good thing. Something to be cheerful and good health as I as I cough into my my elbow. Good health is if you don't have good health, man, you are in a world of trouble. And I'm grateful to be vaccinated. I'm grateful that my family is vaccinated. I'm grateful, knock on wood, that none of us have had the COVID yet here in the house, and I hope we don't. But if we do, I am I'm convinced that I won't have to go to the ICU. I won't have to get a ventilator. I got to knock on wood again. That's a family rule. If you say something that even hints at peril, you must knock on wood. Infected! Thank you, Kathy Murphy. And last but not least, I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for you, my viewers, my friends. You guys, I can call my friends. I look forward to seeing you guys on a daily basis. I look forward to this interaction here, to shouting you out, to sharing things with you, to make you laugh, to maybe help you learn something that you hadn't learned before, to keep you up, to vent, all this stuff, you know, that happens on this show. I love you guys. I truly, sincerely do. Um, and you know what? Yeah, I would love to have hundreds more viewers, but you know what? I didn't start doing this for hundreds of viewers. I just started doing this because I felt like, you know what? There's a need to share with people. There's a need to keep people uplifted. And that's what I'm here for. And you guys keep me uplifted too. So much love to you guys. All right, that's it for reasons to be thankful. And now, my favorite part of the show, the guessing game part of the show, and it is called Name That 70s Song. Disregard this 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 incorrect graphic here. It should say song, not artist or group. Or you can name the artist or group if you want, but really I want the name of the song. Okay? So, you all know how it goes. I'm going to start this off with some cowbell. All right. Here's the first song. Listen closely. Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. This There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we've just stopped trying. Dun, 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 dun. And it's blah, blah, baby, now, blah, blah, blah. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh, no, no. I've seen enough. I was looking for Jethro Tull. No. Looking for Carole King. It's too late. And who do we have at the top here? Jethro Tull. No. At the top is Veronica Tello, followed by Cha-Cha, Tracy M, Speedtopia, Cindy C, Stella Baxter, Deb B, Bernadette, Misha, Oliver, Kathy Murphy, Lee Saunders, Mia to you, Samantha Hawkins, that damn Alaskan, Deborah Baldini, Speedtopia, Monique Lee, Gavin Rutherford, Lucille, Susie Briswella, Lisa Hathaway, Deborah Baldini, Fox Hill Dreams, Deb B, Linda K, Sherry Scary, Michelle, Susie Briswella, Lumpy Girl, Deborah Baldini. Okay, very good, you guys. Next up, here's the next one. Wait, just one more. Next up, let me see if I can do the whistling part. Baby's into running around, hanging with the crowd. Put your business in the street, talking out loud. Saying you bought her this and that. How much you done spent? I swear she must believe it's all heaven sent. Hey boy, you better bring this chick around. It's the sad, sad truth. The dirty blah blah. Wonder who. All right, let's see. Who do I have? Yeah, I think I've seen enough. Looking for Boz Skaggs with, oh shit. It's not supposed to be. Well, the picture clearly says Marvin Gaye, but it's clearly supposed to be Boz Skaggs. Just pretend that this man is not black and he's not Marvin Gaye. All right, let's see. It is Boz Skaggs, guys. Dirty Low Down. At the top here, we have Tracy M, followed by Cha-Cha, Wilbur McCarthy, Veronica Tello, Cindy C, Speedtopia, Susie Briswella, Bernadette, Mia to you, Lucy L, Stella Baxter, Samantha Hawkins, Misha Oliver, Monique Lee, I'm looking at you guys saying the next one is Let's Get It on Marvin Gaye. Yeah, nope. Funny story. I was gonna do Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, and then I thought, you know what? I can't even come close to pulling it off, so I'm not even gonna try. Then I replaced it with Boz Skaggs' Lowdown. All right. Plus, that was a little bit more difficult to guess. I did stump quite a few of you on this. All right, so next up, Here's the next one. Is there nothing I can say, nothing I can do? Change your mind, I'm so in love with you. Too deep in, you can't get out. You're just a poor girl in a rich man's house. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, baby, I'm crying over you. Do 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 do. I got nobody guessing on this one. I come to your blah 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 blah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I've seen enough, and it ain't that much, but I've seen it. We're looking for the Stones in Emotional Rescue. I'll be your knight in shining armor, coming to your emotional rescue. At the top, we have Tracy M, followed by Paula Freitas, Misha Oliver, Cindy C, Meek Spees, Cha Cha, Mia Mia to You, Wilbur McCarthy, Samantha Hawkins, Stella Baxter. Okay, very good, you guys. Okay, next up. I did get you on this one, Speedtopia. All right, here's the next one. This one is probably going to be one of the most difficult ones of all time that I've ever done. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of this true is covered with oil. Strumming my sixth string on my punch board swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again and blah, 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 blah. Searching for my lost shaker and salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. I've seen enough. We're looking for Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. All right, at the top we have Kathy Murphy, followed by Cindy C, Michelle Bookout, Meek Spees, Deborah Baldini, Bernadette, Debbie, I'm going to give you partial credit for that drunk song. Misha Oliver, Wilbur McCarthy, Monique Lee, Lisa Hathaway, Samantha Hawkins, Veronica Tello, Shal Teresa, Mia Mia to You, Susie Briswella, Cha Cha, Lucille, Tracy M. That damn Alaskan, Samantha B, Melissa McQueen, Victorina, Punxsutawney Mo, Fox Hill Dream, Stella Baxter, Deborah Baldini, Linda Riley. Very good, you guys. Very good. Very good. Here's the next one. Pay attention. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. I couldn't if I tried. Oh, honey, if I get restless. Baby, you're not that kind. Dun, 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 dun. Blah, 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 blah. You take the weight off of me. Oh, honey, when you knock on my door. Ooh, I gave you my key. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows. When I was down, I was your clown. Ooh. All right, I think I've seen enough. We were looking for Elton John and Kiki D with Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Who do we have at the top here? Let's see. Ooh. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows. At the top, we have Gavin Rutherford. Take a bow, my friend. That is the first time you have come in first place. My record keeper here has just informed me of that. That's Gavin Rutherford's first time in first. Followed by Lee Saunders, Samantha B, Linda K, Tracy M, aka Nurse Mitch, That Damn Alaskan, Lisa Hathaway, Sherry Scary, Cindy C, Stella Baxter, Meeks B, Susie Braswala, Mia to you, Misha Oliver, Lucy L, Shel Teresa, Cha Cha, Monique Lee, the Trump Reaper, Samantha Hawkins, Paula Freitas, Bernadette, Victorina, Debbie Val. Nope. It's not Margaritaville. That was the nutter one. Okay, that's enough here. We got to move on to the next one because my time is running long again. Here's the next one. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that blah, 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 blah. Don't try to take me to a disco. You never even get me out on the floor. In 10 minutes, I'll be late for the door. I like that blah, 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 blah. I have seen enough. We're looking for Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Old Time Rock and Roll. This song also became popular with the movie Risky Business starring Tom Cruise. And let's see. At the top, we have Meek Spees, followed by Veronica Tello, the Trump Reaper, Monique Lee, Kathy Murphy, Melissa McQueen, and Misha Oliver, that damn Alaskan, Linda Riley, and Bernadette, Mia to you, Cindy C, Nurse Mitch, Lucille, Sherry Scary, Victorina, Wilbur McCarthy, Cha Cha, Fox Hill Dream, Shel Teresa, Samantha B says Risky Business song, we'll take that. Deborah Baldini, Veronica Tello, Stella Baxter, Luppy Girl, Samantha Hawkins, Debbie. Okay, gotta move on to the next one, guys. Gotta move on. Here we go. What's the next one here? What is my next one? Yeah, here we go. You ready? Here's the next one. Here we go. We get it almost every night. And when that old moon gets so big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody was blah, 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 blah. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose. They keep things tight. Everybody was blah, 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 blah. I've seen enough. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody. This was King Harvest, Dancing in the Moonlight. And let's see, who do we have here? At the top, we have ding, Kathy Murphy. Is at the top, followed by Cindy C, That Damn Alaskan, Lisa Hathaway, Stella Baxter, Michelle, Gavin Rutherford, Lee Saunders, Veronica Tello, Samantha B, Nurse Mitch, The Trump Reaper, Deborah Baldini, Lucielle, Monique Lee, Shel Teresa, Mia Mia to You, Speedtopia, Bernadette, Victorina, Misha Oliver, Fox Hill Dreams, Love Big Girl. Okay, I gotta move on. Here's the next one. I looked out this morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day. I lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. Down, now, 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 down, now, 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 doom, 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 doom. It's blah, 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 blah. When I hear that old song they used to play, I begin dreaming till I see Marianne walk away. Doom, 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 doom. I see my Marianne walking away. Down, now, now, now. Okay, I've seen enough. We were looking for Boston with their kick-ass album cover and the song More Than a Feeling. And let's see, who do we have at the top here? Meek Spees is at the top again, followed by Kathy Murphy, Cindy C, Samantha B, Monique Lee, I give you partial credit. You're very close with Hooked on Feeling. It's more than a feeling. Shel Teresa, Michelle Bookout, That Damn Alaskan, Misha Oliver, Trump Reaper, Gavin Rutherford, Mia Mia to You, Bernadette, Speedtopia, Sherry Scary, Veronica Tello, Deborah Baldini, Victorina, Stella Baxter, Wilbur McCarthy, Samantha Hawkins, Monique Lee. Very good, you guys. Okay. I got two more. I gotta get through these. All right. I gotta cut down how many people I'm reading because I'm running out of time. Here's the next one. Each morning I get up, I die a little, can barely stand on my feet. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and cry, Lord, what you doing to me? I've spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief, Lord. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. Can anybody find me? Blah, 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 blah. And, I've seen enough. We're looking for Queen, Somebody to Love. It's a great song. It's fantastic. I just wish I could do it some justice. I can't. You guys know who I am. You're stuck with the guy with no musical range whatsoever. At the top, hey, there's Linda K at the top, followed by Cindy C, Misha Oliver, Paula Freitas, Deb B, Meek Spees, Gavin Rutherford, Veronica Tello, The Trump Reaper, Shel Teresa, Lisa Hathaway, Mia Mia to You, Bernadette, Lucia, Stella Baxter, Lee Saunders, Fox Hill Dreams, The Trump Reaper. Okay, I got to cut it right there. We got one more to go. One more. I don't know why this game went so long. All right. Here's the next one. Oh, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Well, it's a marvelous night for a blah, blah, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. You know, I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know, the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. You know, the soft moonlight seems to shine banana in your blush. All right, I've seen enough. We're looking for Van Morrison Moon Dance. And who do we have at the top? Let's see. There is... Oh, look at that. Meek Spees again for the triple time at the top. Meek Spees, followed by Veronica Tello, the Trump Reaper, Cha-Cha, That Damn Alaskan, Cindy C, Deborah Baldini, Mia Mia to You, Nurse Mitch, Tracy M, Misha Oliver, Meek Speeds Gotcha, Veronica Tello, Lucy L, Linda K, Gavin Rutherford, Samantha Hawkins, Fox Hill Dreams, Bernadette, Lisa Hathaway, Speedtopia, Tina G, Debbie, Trump Reaper, That Damn Alaskan, Stella Baxter, Wilbur McCarthy. Very good, you guys. All right, thank you so much for playing the game. Name that 70s tune with me tonight. I don't know why I felt like I enjoyed this one more than any other game. These are some good songs, some good-ass songs. All right, even though Van Morrison, I believe, is a shitbird nowadays. Anyway, let's, I gotta wrap this up with our You Raggedy Bish. And today's Raggedy Bish is Raggedy Spanky, pictured here as a semi-professional wedding crasher. Why? What has happened to this bozo? This moron. Why am I even wasting my time on this jackass? Why? Because unfortunately, he is, like it or not, he is a former president. And I do this quotation around the word president to save my own heart. Damn it, I can't stand it. Ness from Connecticut, thank you, my friend, for the donation. Thank you for that. Look, being the president of the United States used to mean something. It used to be like, you know, the thing. Like only the greatest accomplishment and the greatest accomplished people got to meet the president. Huh? Here's a picture here of Mr. John F. Kennedy meeting with, Martin Luther King and several other important organizers of the March on Washington. Thank you, Twisted Coconut. Standards. Standards. There used to be standards. You used to have to be somebody to meet the president. Huh? Here's another one here. Here's Lyndon B. Johnson meeting with the godfather of soul, Mr. James Brown himself. James Brown was no small potatoes. This was a big dude. Meeting President Lyndon B. Johnson. Huh? Back in the day. Here's another one. Richard M. Nixon. I'm not a Nixon fan, but, you know, he was more presidential by a gazillion than the former guy. Meeting with Fat Elvis. Sorry. Sorry. Chubby Elvis. Elvis, the freaking king. The king, okay? Presidents meet with kings and kings of rock and all that shit. Here's President Jimmy Carter meeting with the four-time Super Bowl winning Pittsburgh Steelers. President Jimmy Carter meeting with, just guys who were winning 4 Super Bowls during the 70s, for crying out loud. They're important people. Here's President Clinton meeting with this is the Green Bay Packers. Huh? Jamie from Wisconsin loves these guys, the Packers. Yeah, so they're important if Jamie from Wisconsin loves them. Here's a different example. Here's a different example, but still significant. This is President Obama. I don't know if you guys remember the beer summit. There was a thing that happened in the early, I want to say it was like 2011, 2012, around then, when there was this gentleman here on the left, Dr. Henry Louis Gates. He was arrested in his own home. This was a very renowned professor arrested in his own damn house by the guy next to him who's a cop who wouldn't take, look at my picture on the wall there for an answer. He wasn't even trying to hear it, just arrested the man in his own house. President Obama saw this as a teachable moment. Teachable moment. Obama had a hard time. He gets a lot of flack for not doing enough for black people. But you know what? It was freaking so difficult for him to just do anything without people, getting on his case. And he had to play it, right on the line there. Otherwise, people would say, oh, there you go, playing the race card, of course, because you're black. So he was not trying to be the black president. He was trying to be the president of the United States. But he could not avoid his blackness, and it came out in things like this, or the thing he made a statement when the whole George Zimmerman trial went down. He said, Trayvon Martin could have been my son. You can't get away from that if you're black and the president. You can't, So, yeah, he turned this into a teachable moment. Very still dignified people. Fast forward to the shit stain on the historical records, who nobody really wanted to be pictured. Nobody. No decent people wanted to be seen pictured next to Spanky McDumbass. Nobody. Hey, look, here's the Pope here. He did it, but he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. You can see in his face, didn't want to be there, but I got to do what I got to do. Hi, Maria. And so, as a result, Spanky just ended up bringing all types of trash into the Oval Office. Just whoever would take the time and, come and spend time with him and make him feel important. Here he is with Kid Rock and Ted Nugent and Sarah Palin. They started letting anybody in the White House at that point. Here he is meeting with a dictator, murderous dictator that nobody else would meet with because we don't want to elevate him for nothing. And that's what Spanky did. He elevated him for nothing just because he wrote me a beautiful letter. We fell in love right away. Dickhead. And now here he is. He's a former president and could not wait to have a murderer meeting with him. Presidential picture. And ironically, there's a picture of him with Kim Jong-un in the background. It just makes perfect sense. Except this is what's happened, huh? The post-presidential thing, you're just going to meet with murderers. That's a thing, huh? Because Kyle Rittenhouse has become like a flashpoint. He's become a symbol for the right. Like it or not, they're embracing him as, this guy who owned the libs. He embodies everything that they that's part of their party platform. There's the guns thing. There's the self-defense thing. There's the pissing off liberals thing. Yeah? He went into the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest, which then spiraled out of control. We can call it a riot, call it what it is. It was a riot. That shit was out of control. But yeah, he used his guns to murder 2 people. He won that court case, and this is what they're gonna just run this shit into the ground. Kyle Rittenhouse is their George Floyd. I'm calling it. They're not the same thing, but in their minds, in their tiny warped minds, he is their George Floyd. He is their flashpoint thing, the galvanizer, the thing that they're all going to rally around to victory in November 2022. Anyway, if Spanky gave a damn about being proper, being decent, he wouldn't give this kid a platform. But he doesn't care, He doesn't care about America. He incited a riot on our Capitol. What else can I say? You can't say anything worse about a former president or a human being than incited riot to overthrow government. That's pretty much like the worst thing you could say. Raggedy Bish. All right, I have gone well past my time, and I suppose that's partly because I'm not going to see you guys on Friday. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to take time for 3 questions, and I'm going to start right at the top with the Trump Reaper, who says, BDD, do Democrats need to pitch more to poor whites in 2022? They've been saying that every damn election cycle, every single one, that elusive poor white voter or working class blue collar, they've been looking for that since the 90s. Look, I think you have to try to appeal to everybody, and I think Veronica Tello, thank you, my friend, with the very generous donation sent by Pikachu. Thank you, Veronica Tello. I think, yeah, you have to appeal to people that might make the difference in the margin of victory, that maybe feel like they're not being spoken to. But we've been speaking to them. We have been. And not just with words, but with actions, with things like the infrastructure bill, which is going to create millions of jobs for those blue collar workers. Yeah? Because talk is cheap. Talk is bullshit. Yeah? Show me what you can do for me that's what the 2022 thing should be. And Dems should roll out, this is what we've done for you in 2021, 2022. This is what we're doing for you. You want us to keep doing this shit? Re-elect us. It's that. It's that. Remind them over and over and over. Let's see. Wilbur McCarthy wants to know, are the right-wing nut jobs pissed off? Oh, Mia to you with the donation. The little mouse, I forget this mouse's name, eating the udon noodles. Thank you for the donation. Mia to you. Are they pissed off about the guilty pleas in Georgia? I imagine so. I don't think they're just pissed off in Georgia. I think all around the country, they're pissed off with this stuff here. My Cabelli wants to say, have a happy Thanksgiving to all, celebrating and enjoy the time. Thank you for that. Solid Blue Sister has a question. She says, BDD. Oh, Cha-Cha, thank you for the very kind, very generous donation sent by Pikachu. I know you're a little disappointed that that's not Sticky Taco. It's random. Oh! Sticky Taco. Wait, who is that? Twisted Coconut. Twisted Coconut sent out the Sticky Taco with the donation. Thank you, Twisted Coconut. It's good. All right. Sal Blue says, BDD. Children can be gullible. What are some ridiculous and outrageous things you believed as a child? Let's see. Ridiculous and outrageous. I remember believing that monsters were real. I remember once in the top bunk of our bunk bed, Scribble My Dibbles and I shared a bunk bed. I was in the top, she was in the bottom. And I looked out into the living room and I swore I saw a dinosaur leg. He's like a big ass dinosaur leg there. Obviously, that was not the case. Santa Claus, you know. I believed in Santa Claus at one point. I remember that. Oh, here's the funny thing. And it's not from being gullible. It's just I remember looking at black and white photos and thinking that these photos were taken during a time where there was no color in the world. Everything was black and white. That's what I thought. Those were the black and white times. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. And Punxsutawney Mo wants to know, how is the kitty hip? It's still, she's adorable, by the way, guys. Kobe Bobobi is the cutest little thing on four legs. And that hip is janky. It sticks out. Some days it sticks out more than others. And that's when we know she's in pain. And the vet, oh, Tracy M., thank you for the kind donation. Thank you. The vet gave us a painkiller for her. We've only given it to her maybe a handful of times this year, but there are times when we can tell she's in pain. She can barely move. And we give her that, and it takes care of it pretty much. But yeah, at some point, hopefully, we won't have to have her leg amputated. That would make us very sad. Yeah, seriously. Oof. I don't want to think about it. Corey Lord, here's my last question. Corey Lord, what BDD says, what does Spanky really want from us? Because we can't be like him in order to win. Spanky wants to survive. He wants to stay out of jail. He wants to keep as much money as he can. I don't think he wants to be president again. I don't. I know people saying he's going to run. He has to say that for the exact same reason that President Biden has to say he's running for re-election, even if he's not, because he needs people to believe that he's still, the center of this party. Once he says he's not, he is essentially abdicating control. He's saying, pay me no mind. I am irrelevant. I'm a lame duck. I'm not running in 2024. So why do you even need to send me any more money? He doesn't want to give that up. So he wants money. He wants freedom. He wants not to be in jail. That's all he wants right now, I think. My personal guess. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for spending this extra time with me. I feel bad, but no, I don't. Thank you for joining me for another fun episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad. And so if you have not yet gotten your shot, shame on you. Shame. But please, seriously, do it. Get the shot. Get the jab. make sure you wear a mask. Keep your social distance 6 feet or better. And have a lovely evening. Have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Have a terrific Friday and weekend, because I'm not going to be here Friday. Friday, I'm going to be in and out of food comas all day long. And yeah, so the next time I'm going to see you guys is going to be Monday. So yeah, have a really fantastic, fantabulous weekend. And when you have pumpkin pie, make sure you throw some Cool Whip on top. Use that Cool Whip. So yeah, I'll see you guys Monday, same time, same place. I love you all. Peace. Thank you, Bernadette. I did enjoy myself today. Boom. Lisa Hathaway with well wishes for our cat. Her cat Sam is being treated for ear mites. Yikes. Solid Blue Sister says sweet potato pie, not pumpkin. I have both. Actually. Deb B says bird currently marinating. I don't know why I read it. It looked like she was saying bird currently urinating. Hey! Misha Oliver is going to put on her elastic pants now. I don't know what that means. Oh, elastic to make room for the food. There it is. Yeah. Meek Speed says, thank you for keeping me awake through a concussion. Whoa. Watch your head, my friend. Yes. Wilbur McCarthy has family coming to town. We won't see us until Wednesday. Make sure you treat them to some nice Cool Whip on Wednesday. No urinating on birds. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you once again. I love you. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. But until then, you know what time it is. You need to